What would an AUKUS expansion mean for Quad? Just last week, we witnessed the expansion of BRICS, the inclusion of more states into the bloc, and a week on, another bloc is deliberating a proposed expansion. I'm talking about AUKUS, an acronym for Australia, United Kingdom, and the United States. This is essentially a trilateral security pact formed in September 2021 with the aim of countering China in the Indo-Pacific region. And a group in the UK now says that the AUKUS should have more members. The group in question is an influential UK House of Commons committee. It says that the AUKUS should ask countries like Japan and South Korea to join the pact. The committee says that the proposed expansion would likely focus on activities such as cyber, space, AI, quantum, undersea technologies. Let me just quote the committee's exact suggestion. The UK government should propose to Australia and the United States that Japan and South Korea be invited to join an AUKUS technological defense cooperation agreement. There is a cyber and advanced technology sharing and joint development component that could be equally, if not more, significant. And interestingly enough, this report's release coincides with the British Foreign Secretary James Cleverly's trip to China. That's right, he's currently in China to challenge Chinese officials in Beijing. Challenge them over what, you ask? Over their growing military support for Russia. So the timing of this very suggestion is interesting. The question is, what will this expansion mean for the Quad? I mean, Australia is already part of the Quad. Now, if the AUKUS was to include Japan as well, the bloc will end up looking more or less like the Quad itself. And this assertion is not entirely off the mark. You see, the committee, which released this report, also suggested UK's inclusion into the Quad. But it said that some thought it was too early for the UK to do so. And others said that they were against the proposal altogether. So was this an attempt to downplay the relevance of the Quad? Who knows? And it does not even end there. The AUKUS is not the first alliance against China in the Indo-Pacific. We already have the Five Eyes and the ANZUs. How many more similar alliances do we really need? Is the region becoming too crowded with too many alliances and too many objectives? It helps to look at them differently. The Five Eyes is about intelligence sharing. The ANZUs is too narrow. And the Quad was never really a military alliance. It focused on global commons, trade, climate change, and recently COVID-19 as well. So even if the AUKUS were to expand, it could give the Quad some breathing room. The Quad has no pressure to become the Asian NATO or to build a fleet against China. AUKUS is doing that. It's building a fleet of submarines, Tomahawk cruise missiles, and long-range anti-ship missiles. And the Quad could instead dismantle China's economic dominance through new supply chains and trade deals. My point is simple. The Quad and AUKUS can complement each other without impacting how both the blocs function. Quad can maintain its broad agenda like climate change, technology, scientific expertise. It has no immediate responsibility to step up and commit to an explicitly anti-China security framework. And this meshes rather well with India's outlook. WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the updates on the move.